What up, guys? My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading, and welcome to the Wheelhouse. So, if it's your first time on the channel, I really appreciate you being here. Hook me up, hit the subscribe, hit the like, select all, make me a comment if you like. We do have a Discord. It's a great community. It's free to join. The link is in the description. And not only is it great for learning and growing and sharing ideas and thoughts, but there's a great community. And right now, with everything going on, it's a great support community. We have Wheelhouse Wednesdays, which is free group training, which you're welcome to attend every week, where I teach people different things and go over markets. And if you do want to subscribe, you get the trade alerts, the one-on-one coaching, you get all the courses, all the previously recorded Wheelhouse Wednesdays, as well as our new algorithm and mass indicator that we are designing. So let's start with this. Breaking news. FTX's Binance rescue deal falls apart in less than 48 hours. Binance cited allegations of the mishandling of consumer funds and an investigation from regulators as reason for exiting the agreement. Yeah, that's what I was saying in yesterday's video. Once he gets into due diligence and he sees how many skeletons are in the closet, it just might be too much for any business to take on that type of liability, if you will. And I'm sure if you are in crypto and if you're watching this, you are a believer in crypto, because most retail is scattered. Although we are all hurting this week, it could definitely get worse, and there can be serious contagion where investors that invested in FTX, like Circle, BlackRock, SoftBank, and many more, as well as all the retail traders and investors that were on FTX, they're all going to have a long road ahead, and losses are already on the table now. And if you had money on the exchange, you didn't get it out or moved to cold storage, you're probably looking at dealing with bankruptcy. And if you get your money back, it's going to be a long time, and it probably won't be 100%. It'll probably end up being something like 30%. So, they went through some of the due diligence, and basically 48 hours after CZ at Binance signed a non-binding letter of intent about his intentions to bail out the troubled competitor FTX, the firm stated that it would not be pursuing the deal. Okay? And that's because there's SEC probes, lawsuits. This probably is going to turn into some criminal situation, and it is definitely going to hurt all the values of the coins, and it's going to most likely create contagion effects, just like Evergreen in China, or Lehman Brothers in the 2008 financial crisis, or the Terra Luna, Three Arrows Capital, or Celsius, which are more recent events. Just like that created contagion, businesses might go out of business, people will have severe losses, and there's probably more pain to come. So the best thing that you can do if you're holding your crypto, that is if your bills are paid, you don't have margin, and you have a high conviction in it and a long time horizon, is to dust settle and wait for technical entries and supports. And if you subscribe to the channel, I'll go through this daily, and I'll let you know, even in this video, some numbers on some of the bigger ones. That all being said, you have CPI being released today. I'm recording this the night before, so I don't know the CPI numbers yet, but we have to pay attention to all the macro headwinds. We have made a lower low on Bitcoin and many other cryptos, and it probably will go lower. However, it could be like a Richard Wyckoff spring pattern, and I'll go over that in the technicals, where the right leg is lower and it becomes a bear trap. But I'm not feeling overly confident about that, but we'll at least put it on the table and, as an option to look at. So, CZ explained that initially he wanted to support the ailing crypto exchange by providing its customers with liquidity, basically getting, everybody their money back. However, issues were beyond our control or ability to help. That alone tells you it's bad. And then when FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried compliance and legal teams quit on them, and recently the Alameda executives quit prior to this happening, this is really bad, and this is probably going to be a major developing story, create massive loss and contagion throughout, many markets, and take us right from recession to potential depression. This is a serious situation. This reminds me of the Lehman Brothers situation. FTT was the FTX token, and they were minting their tokens, basically printing cash, and they were beefing up their balance sheet, and they were raising capital by collateralizing the FTT token, and then with the money that they were trying to raise, they were going to help companies like Voyager Digital, BlockFi, Robinhood, and then have aggressive marketing going on, like with the Miami Heat, and all this stuff is going to affect all those people that are involved in that, plus the investors that invested, plus the retail that were on the exchanges, plus everybody on every other crypto exchange, because FTX by force has to offload and unload all assets at a loss into the market. However, even though that will create a loss, smart money, which is probably you at this point because you're in a bear market and you have conviction and you're watching this video, if you're smart money, just know the whales will buy low and multi-millionaires will be made out of the bear markets. And those people that bought crypto through bear, and held through the last two bear cycles and this one as well, will make so much money in the years to come. We might be talking 2024, we might be talking 2025, we might be talking even further. Time is going to be the variable on this situation, okay? So the Binance deal is dead. He has filed for bankruptcy. His legal and compliance team quit. There's probably so much unethical and criminal behavior and mishandled use of funds going on that this could turn into some sort of criminal situation, maybe even major crimes, and land this guy in prison. Let's take a look at the coin market cap. Okay, so the global crypto market cap is under 800 billion currently. It's at 794 billion. It's down 13.69% over the last day. Okay, the total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is 184 billion, which makes a 12.12% decrease over the last 24 hours in volume. Bitcoin, it went down to like 15, we'll look here in a minute, but like around 15.5, 15.6, 15.7, something like that just recently. We're currently at 16,272. We are going to take a look at technicals. I am going to give you an assessment on where this could go, what could happen, so that you're aware of it and can keep an eye. Ethereum currently at 1144. Okay, this Ethereum could go to 1,000. That'd be a buy spot. It could go down to 800. Could go down to 700, 600. Ethereum is something that I'm holding and willing to buy more on. Bitcoin, my average was around 19,200, so I'm definitely down now. But we get down to that 14, 12, even 9,000, I definitely am going to buy more. And that's how I feel about, some of the other ones that I own as well. I'll just buy more and hold through it. Solana is the one that I hold out of all my stocks and all my crypto. I am really worried about and might just have to take a full loss because Solana might not be able to handle this due to the epoch staking that is coming up, I think today. So people that had staked their Solana for the last month can now sell it. And if FTX had a lot of Solana being staked and they need to dump it into the market, Solana could come down to $3, $4, $5. But here's the thing. just like all the other cryptos and stocks, if Solana does make it and doesn't go out due to this situation, you know, if you have it and you have it like I do at $30, I mean, I'm down a lot, 50%. I mean, that's major for me. 40% in the last day. So yeah, I was just positive on Solana just a couple days ago. So yeah, if it goes to $3-4, I mean, I'll just buy a lot, and I'll get my price lower, and then I'll wait, and then years later, I'll do that on Ethereum and Bitcoin and Matic and Cardano and all these other ones, XRP and I like Avalanche, Algorand, all these things. But it's just a matter of time, and because I have conviction, I will buy more. I will buy more, and whales and smart money will buy more at 12,000 on Bitcoin, or 9,000 on Bitcoin, or 14, 13,000 on Bitcoin. They will do it on Ethereum at 1,000, 900, 800, 700, 600. They will, and then when it goes back up to 4,000 or 20,000, over time, they will make so much money, and I will be in that. And we may have lost the battle today, but we will win the war. Okay, it probably will be more painful before it gets better, because we have the CPI and the dust hasn't settled and all the information hasn't come out on this FTX situation, and crypto is volatile in nature and has be driven by a lot of sentiment, and right now sentiment's very low, so it's quite crazy. Let's take a look at some charts and see what's going on. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the daily. Over here you can see that our low over here of the 17.6 area has now been broken, and we have a lower low. Now sometimes, like with Richard Wyckoff and his accumulation, like I teach a lot about Wyckoff, Dow, O'Neill. Sometimes these patterns can have what's called, it'll have a lower low, and then it'll have a spring, okay? And then it'll kind of do something like this, okay? And that can happen. However, it's just looking a little rough right now because CPI and global macro headwinds, and if retail investors lose their money on FTX, which looks like it's going to happen right now, and then they don't have more dry powder to buy, and basically all retail scatters and all these big investment funds like SoftBank or BlackRock, they take a lot of losses. They might be gun shy to be putting more money into crypto and sell off as well. And it'll really just come down to the whales. There will be tokens available at low prices, and the only people that will even want to be involved are the believers like you and me, and looking to buy these things at a low price for the long run. Okay. Now, I'm a really good trader, so I can trade all the time and make money. I have that skill. And I normally don't lose a lot of money. All my big losses were way in the past. I have a system, I don't lose a lot. This is a black swan event. I happen to have had a lot of money on FTX, and when the news story broke on CoinDesk with the balance sheet, and then CZ tweeted, I immediately thought about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, should I buy? Should I sell? And what I ended up doing was just moving everything to a cold wallet, and thank God I did that, because they stopped processing withdrawals. I don't know if they did in the US, but I didn't want to take the risk, even if the news was fake and it was less than 1% chance they could become insolvent. I just didn't want to be caught up in a Terra Luna situation. And I went through everything really quick in 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, pretty much everything I have, I want to keep. And I have a couple YOLOs in there, but I just kept them. And, I have Doge, but my Doge price is 0.057. I made money on it in the past, sold it, just got back in recently, not too long ago. And, with Elon buying Twitter, I kept that one. So I just moved everything over. I didn't look into the Solana situation with FTX. I didn't have enough time to think that thing through. So yeah, I'm holding the bag on that too. So, Will we see a Wyckoff spring? It's possible. I mean, there's a ton of times it does happen. It is true. But this just looks like it's going to come down, and that's on the daily. Now, if we go to the 4 hour on Bitcoin, you could just see, I mean, this is just savage. So right here on the 4 hour, that's the 25,000, 200. And then it made a lower high, which was it came down for a while, it pumped, and it came up to like 22,790, went down, made a little pump over here to 20,500, which it held for a little bit in this area, and then it started pumping in momentum. I started making a lot of videos about this and the momentum, and we started buying, we started buying over in here, and then this Sam Bankman-Fried thing just like destroyed us. Now, on the 1 hour, this is interesting. It's had 2 hours of bullish moves. So let's actually go take a look at the 5 minute. Yeah, it's making a little bit of headway. It was down here at 15,500. So it did come up, but 15,500 or where it's at 16,136, that's not really a support area. And if you go back to the 1 hour, I just want to explain something to you. Okay. This is what I want to show you. See this line right here, this blue line of 16,739? That's a support, okay? So it's possible this thing comes up and butts its head and comes down to these other numbers. And those other numbers on Bitcoin would be 12,785, 10,858, 9,708. And if I were to just pull out like a VPVR on a macro and just kind of zoom out here, and this white line is basically at 8,731 to $9,010. So within that $300 window is a huge support. And, they tend to kind of come back down there. So it is very possible, and that'll be very, very hard. So even if you start seeing bullish momentum, I don't want, with this type of macro headwind, CPI and Contagion and dust settling, I don't want to just buy right here, to find out that I get wrecked. I would rather wait and see if it comes down to that 13 area and maybe buy a little bit higher, but with it in my mind that I'm going to hold. Okay. So look at Cardano, it's held up better. If you look at it on the daily, I mean, I thought it would retrace to 35, but it did go back to 31 actually. And on the hourly, you're starting to see, this would be that 35 area, this yellow line, which is a big support. So it's at it now. It's really close. Well, actually, it's down here. It got close. We'll have to see if it goes above. Cardano is DeFi. It doesn't have the venture capitalist situation like FTX did. It's not gonna feel it like some of these other ones will. So Cardano, it makes sense that it would hold up. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. So Ethereum's back in the descending, and that really sucks. Sam Bankman-Fried really did a number on the whole crypto industry, and most likely it's gonna move over through all markets. I mean, he really, really did a number on us. All those companies, all those people at Voyager, this Robinhood deal, we don't know where all this is going to go. This is going to be a big story. I'm okay with, I'm actually still a little green. I think my average, because I bought at 1,000, I bought a lot at 1,000. I bought some at like 11, some at 12, and some at like 1280. So I'm just a little down probably on Ethereum, but most of my stuff's red now, and I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy more Chainlink. I'll buy more Algo, more Avalanche, more Bitcoin. If Solana does hold, I'll just be forced to buy it because it'll be so low. There's just nothing I can really even do about that but buy more. So, yeah, Ethereum back in the descending. God, this sucks, man. So let's give you some numbers on Ethereum. Obviously the $1,000. I've already indicated these orange lines, so these are like my buy spots where I'll just put money on one of my other exchanges and then have limit buys at these numbers. So about 1,000, 950, 1,000 is one area. $680.76 is another. And the low one is going to be, it's actually like $493, $500, okay? Those are like swoop points, okay? That's snipe and kill headshots. If it goes that low, you just, take a deep breath, play some video games, watch the YouTubes every day, come in the Discord, be with the support group, and, that is if your bills are paid, and you definitely should not be margin or in any leverage. But if you got all that, then just hold Ethereum, just wait for it to come down, let the dust settle, and then take advantage of the low prices, add to your position, and in time, you'll make a lot of money, most likely, okay? Chainlink's one I definitely am fine with holding. I'm not tripping at all, and will be buying more. But yeah, Chainlink's down a lot. I mean, I was just up a lot on this recently, just very recently. And you could see it on the 1 hour. This thing was just creeping. Here's where we bought it. We were just rolling it up. And then this is about right in here where this Sam Bankman-Fried thing happened. And that's where I moved off exchange. And, we had that rally and then boom, just dropped. And looks like it's trying to make a little comeback, which is kind of cool. See on the 5 minute for Chainlink. Yeah, trying to get over the 200. You do have the green lights, and if you go to the minute, you can see it's definitely moving up. I feel like Chainlink for me. Sorry, my mouse on the other screen over here. I feel like Chainlink for me is like a blue chip. It's like a Microsoft. I really like what they have going on, like fundamentally and around the company and around what's going on with this particular project. So I'm more than happy to hold, and I'm not down a lot on this because my original price on this was right about, well, I had some at $6.99, but then I bought more at basically where it's at right now, and I've already made up my mind that I'm going to buy more. I'm happy with that. I'm going to be buying more Algorand too. I had two buy prices recently. One was 30 cents and one was 34 cents. We're at 27, so I'm probably down about 3.5 cents on my algo position. Avalanche, I am down a little bit, and I'm definitely going to be buying more. I mean, this thing went down to $12 today. It's at $13.23. I mean, I might even want to buy more soon, and then have more cash ready if it goes lower. Let's just look at Avalanche real quick. So yeah, this is the Coinbase USD chart. So it's not, Coinbase hasn't been around long enough to know like how low it went, but these prices are certainly attractive. But again, lower low. Okay, let's just look at Solana. I mean, this is a real problem with Solana. I feel so bad for these guys right now because they're just caught up in the crosshairs of this whole situation. So Solana went all the way down to $12. It had a high of $260 and it went down to $12. And today when you see this, that unstaking epoch is going to go down, and I think there's over $1 billion ready to unstake and probably be sold into the market. So this thing could come down, $3, $4, $5, and if you're gonna buy it right there, you still probably won't have enough information if Solana is even gonna make it. So it's really a tough one. It's not like having Microsoft go down to 200 and putting more money in because Microsoft is gonna make it. Disney had bad earnings, but Disney's gonna make it. Apple, flat earnings, but Apple's gonna make it. They have moats, they have revenue streams. They're just subject to severe market conditions and a bear market and a contraction by the Fed and a rate hike cycle for monetary policy. So they're going to be fine. Solana, I don't know. I pray that they're okay. I mean, they have some good things going on. So yeah, that's a tough one on the average down. But averaging down on Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin's going to be around. Look, whales are definitely going to buy when it's low. There's no question. Okay. And you can see that data. You can see the wallets with large amounts of Bitcoin, over 10,000 Bitcoin in each wallet, that they are actually buying at these levels. And that's what I will be doing too. I will be doing what whales and sharks and smart money does. I mean, that's how I got where I'm at. And there's pain in between these happy times. And so the variable is going to be time, and the solution or the answer is no margin, no leverage, don't be all in, and stick with quality and buy on these technicals, buy on these technical levels when they get there, okay? And just, put yourself, your family, your health first. Money comes and goes, but if you just hold quality companies and you don't have any kind of margin or anything like that, and if it's crypto, you pull it off an exchange, because right now it seems like there's no safe place to keep your money on an exchange. And all these newer exchanges, people don't probably realize, but these newer exchanges that are just popping off, that people are like, hey, come trade and make money with volume, and if they have staking, or they have their own coin, or they have VC capital or whatever going on behind the scenes, like they could go down too. I mean, if BlockFi and Voyager and now FTX, believe me, some of these smaller ones, it's very possible they could get taken out in this. And this FTX situation is probably going to take down a lot of people. Retail investors are going to suffer. Hedge funds might even close. He may land in jail, and the prices could fall. And if they do, I plan to buy more. But I also like the ones that I have and believe in them. For the most part, there's a couple that I'm like, whatever, but I don't want to take a loss. I mean, all these I was just green on just 3-4 days ago. I was way in the profit. So, let's say CPI comes down on headline and core. Well, markets are going to like that. Let's say, there just starts to get bullish momentum from whales, and people are seeing this as an opportunity for a long time horizon, like I've been talking about in this video. Well, that's going to stabilize the market. Then the traders are going to come in and amplify the volume, and it could, find a bottom or some bullish momentum and pivot up. So again, I'm going to leave you with this. Put your health, your mental mindset, your family, your job, yourself before everything, okay? Keep your peace of mind and your health good. Okay? Don't be a margin. Don't be all in. Don't do any leverage stuff unless you're a leverage trader, like me. But I mean, I leverage trade, but for my bags that I'm having, and I don't have margin and stuff like that on that. And then just stick with quality, buy on the technical supports or very close to them, and then just have a long time horizon. And maybe wait for the dust to settle, and by the time the dust settles, that's when you'll see the momentum and it hit these supports most likely. The CPI is going to be important. The Fed had indicated in their last FOMC that their job is not done. They're very far from their target rate of 2%, and there's a long road ahead. And it is just now starting to creep into layoffs and real estate. Soon it'll be credit. And, it probably will get worse before it gets better. And I have a very bad feeling personally about this FTX situation. And if you were in my group, you know that immediately when I found out, I was pretty panicked about it. Because it immediately took me back to the Lehman Brothers situation. And I still have PTSD because I lost $10 million of my own money. I was a developer in real estate. I was building homes, and I lost everything in the financial crisis, and became really good at trading since, and ran businesses. And I'm not used to taking losses like I did this week. However, what gives me peace of mind is knowing that my bills are paid, I'm not all in, I don't have margin, and I have quality. So I'm going to leave you there We have Wheelhouse Wednesday every Wednesday for free group training. We have a great support group. The link is in the description for the Discord. Come on in. If you do want to upgrade, we have a subscription where you can get, all my chart stuff, which we're going to have the newest versions coming out that nobody's seen. And of course, the one-on-one coaching, the courses, the previously recorded Wheelhouse Wednesdays, and the trade alerts. And we will see you in the next one. Be safe out there.